Hey guys, how are we doing? It's Martin Cliffe here with part 3 of my series on applying pentatonics. And in this one we're looking at a non-typical blues progression, so kind of how we might apply a pentatonic scale in more of a pop context. So the chord pattern we're going to be playing over this time is not a blues pattern at all. We're in C minor, and it's kind of pop music kind of pattern, so it's a C minor, G minor, B flat and F. And we're just going to lay down a quick loop of that now. So. So that's done, just storing the loop in my Ditto X2 from TC. And in this context, you're looking at what tonality we're in, and the chords that we're playing all center around that C minor. So whereas in the last video we used the A minor pentatonic, in this case we're going to use the C minor pentatonic. So we're just going to shift everything up to the 8th fret rather than the 5th fret. So that would be. And other than that, the pattern is exactly the same, so it's still 3, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, if you want to think of the number of frets. And we're going to be applying the same kind of ideas. Now, obviously, we talked a bit about voice leading in the last couple of episodes, and in this case, we need to be thinking about where our next chord is coming from. So that's our C, or maybe that one. Then our next chord is G, which can be found on the 10th fret there of the A string, or the 8th fret of the B string, or you can bend up from the 10 to 12 on the G string. So all of those are perfectly valid. And that might be a good way to start off an improvisation. Then the next chord is a B flat major. So that's going to be the 11th fret of the B string probably. Or maybe 8th fret of the D string. And finally we're finishing on an F. Now F is convenient because it's all based around this 8th fret anyway. So we've got lots of options there, and it's a pattern that still fits a roll around this 8th to 11th fret for the most part. So let's do what we did last time and just look specifically at the notes of this pentatonic scale in context of the backing track. As we've said, we're probably going to be doing now there you have just a really simple line, but it's leading in from one chord to another. So we've got a C, to our G minor, B flat, to our F. So let's try that just along with the loop. So again, just using this basic shape, I drifted very briefly out of that first position just to get that C on the B string, but other than that everything was all within these 4 frets. And it's a case of, yeah, just hearing and feeling what's going on and just letting it flow, really. So then if we take it a step further and we look at some of the extra notes that we're adding in, again, if we're in this C Dorian, or the sixth is always one I struggle with, not in terms of what I hear, but in terms of what the theory works with. So if we think of the notes of our chord, let's do that first. So our C minor chord is obviously a C, an E flat, and a G. So any of those notes are going to fit over it. And then our G minor is G, D and B flat. B flat is B flat, D and F. And then F is F, A and C. So if we take initially the notes of the chords, which are all falling pretty much within this scale pattern, except for that D, in the B flat chord and in the G chord. Now that's all good because that was one of the first notes we added to this. So we're again stepping just slightly outside of our pentatonic. So that's all good. So again, let's play the loop and let's try and just be a little bit more advanced with what we're doing. Again, just using in those couple of extra notes and maybe drifting into our next box position up, which of course in this case is just 12, 11, 13, 11, 13. So again, all we're doing is staying still within this shape. Now I mentioned in the first one that this is just one simple box shape. There are, depending on who you believe and what lessons you look at, 4 or 5 different blues pentatonic, minor pentatonic box shapes. This is the first one that most people learn. Because notes are found all over the fretboard on my guitar, we looked at this kind of mini 2, but you can continue that down. So that starts on that minor third. And then you take the next note of the scale, you can start one on that. So again, we're just finding notes, and the key is not to necessarily learn the patterns, but to just become familiar with the sound of the notes and where everything fits together. So we'll kind of look in the next lesson at kind of breaking out of this box and exploring further where we can go once we've gone out of a pattern and just starting to expand the neck along the length of the neck as well as just going across it. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope this has been useful. Please like, comment, subscribe, all that. Let me know what you think of these new lessons, and until next time, take care and I'll speak to you soon.